What this guy did was unprofessional. And even though people are saying, oh, it's a moral victory for him because he stood up to America, he didn't stand up for nothing, man. You're just going to go back home.
He didn't stand up.
If he knows he doesn't want to be an ambassador, he should become an activist and stand up against Trump and them. But he wants to be an ambassador and collect money too. He's a hypocrite.
And I'm a little bit upset and bemused with the guy. You have an ambassadorial position. You should be the top diplomat in the United States of America. It was very, very unprofessional. How do you say things like that in a foreign country?
And here's the thing. Nobody can blame him for believing what he wants to believe. If he believes that MAGA is racist, good. But in positions of power, especially in a delicate one where South Africa and U.S. tensions are already bad, the U.S. has threatened to cut things. That type of thing.
In the country you are working.
Right.
If you hold certain positions, especially ambassadorial, you're supposed to be diplomatic. You're supposed to be like an envoy, not to go to foreign countries and begin to say stuff like that. You're just fanning flames of what has already been very bad. Sure.
Welcome. So we might want to agree with some of the things Rasool has said publicly about the U.S. He said that MAGA, the people who voted in the American president, are right-wing racist, basically. What was his exact word?
Why? You said white supremacist. White supremacist.
Now, he said this in a meeting, and now he's pumping his fist saying that he wears as a badge of honor that he was kicked out of the U.S. Let me tell you something, man. When you have a job as an ambassador, what are you doing in public saying that the U.S. president, in the country that you're staying, in the embassy you're staying in that country, you're saying that they are calling them racist, basically. In other words, calling them racist. I honor him for if he really believes that it's a racist group, but I also say he's very ridiculous to do that on his job when you know that your job is.
I don't think he's in his right senses for saying that.
No, he's not in his. Yeah, let's say it's true. Let's say that what he's saying is true. It'll be just like me going to meet England for diplomatic trip for Nigeria, and I tell the Queen, or I say in public, the Queen is a racist biatch, and white people are evil. Nowhere to speak. You're working as a public figure. But what are your thoughts? Do you think so because of what I said, or do you think it's because you think what he said is wrong? What do you think?
Wow, what he said is wrong. How can, with the kind of position he's holding, there's no way he can say that he wouldn't be thinking that the other party will react. Because I don't know, probably maybe he's thinking that, or I don't know if he made that statement before the election or after the election.
After the elections, no. Let me tell you, he made the statement recently.
So if he made that statement after the election, then he deserves all what he's getting now.
Yeah, he's very unprofessional. Very unprofessional. And
very unprofessional.
Because the definition of a diplomat is someone who brings countries together. To make a statement like that is very, very nice. Okay. Now we know that Trump has said things about South Africa, but let's look at Trump's words. He'll say that they're treating white people wrong, and that there's land things. He's not insulting individuals. He's not insulting Malema. He's not insulting the president of South Africa. What this guy did was unprofessional. And even though people are saying, oh, it's a moral victory for him because he stood up to America, you didn't stand up for nothing, man. You're just going to go back home.
He didn't stand up. I think whoever that is telling him that sort of statement or kind of support, you know that the support is coming from the Democrats. Only the Democrats can be saying such.
But that's the new generation in America that if I say you are evil, I win just because I said it. And it may even be true, but perfect example. If I tell my boss, oh, you're my boss, you're racist, and he is racist, and I get fired, I go home with no food. So what I want to say is that I'm not saying that I shouldn't insult him, but what I'm saying is that if you're doing a job, do it. That's how you win. You don't win in life by defying people for no reason. If he knows he doesn't want to be an ambassador, he should become an activist and stand up against Trump and them. But he wants to be an ambassador and collect money too. He's a hypocrite. What do you think, Afolabi? Yeah,
I agree with you, and I'm a little bit upset and bemused with the guy. You have an ambassadorial position. You should be the top diplomat in the United States of America. It was very, very unprofessional. How do you say things like that in a foreign country?
And here's the thing. Nobody can blame him for believing what he wants to believe. If he believes that MAGA is racist, good. But in positions of power, especially in a delicate one where South Africa and U.S. tensions are already bad. The U.S. has threatened to cut things. That type of thing
in the
is
country
not
you are
doing your job
working.
right.
If you hold certain positions, especially ambassadorial, you're supposed to be diplomatic. You're supposed to be like an envoy, not to go to foreign countries and begin to say stuff like that. You're just fanning flames of what has already been very bad. For instance, taking the Israelis to International Court of Justice for genocide already has painted everything very bad. And then you go to another person's country and you paint his campaign rhetoric, MAGA, as being white supremacist. I think that's downright stupid. Downright stupid.
And I'm happy that South Africa took Israel to the court, which I'm happy. But at the end of the day, what did it result in? Nothing. So the point I'm making is that it's time for us as Africans, whether you're from Nigeria or South Africa, all of this, I told that person he's evil, me, I'm good. No, it doesn't change the facts. What you have to look is the internal conditions of the country.
Personal opinion should be different from what you say professionally.
And Rasool, why does he go and say that, okay, the politicians are corrupt? So my thing is that all of these things, pumping his fist and coming back as a hero, you're not a hero because you just went and you spoke your mind and then you came back home and you didn't accomplish your job, your mission.
And you've put your country in a very difficult situation.
Oh yeah, it puts South Africa with this. And trust
me.
I don't
understand. What kind, I'm just trying to. I'm wondering what kind of evidence does he have for him to make such a statement that MAGA?
Let me tell you, haven't you heard of the woke movement?
As in, I don't know. Even me from Nigeria, that I've not been to America, I know that is not true.
Said, I understand why he's doing it. He's a black guy, a colored guy from South Africa. He grew up. He saw his brothers and sisters killed. He saw what white people do. He sees how the U.S. government is friends with people who killed black people. And he doesn't like it. So it's paining him. That's why I'm saying he shouldn't be involved as an ambassador and he should be an activist.
But rather as an activist. If he must be an ambassador, then he can't say such things.
I understand what his problem is. He probably has family members who were killed by white people. And these same white people are using Trump to boast now. And Elon Musk, who's white and put his people down, is insulting his country. I'm not saying who's right or wrong. I'm saying I understand him as a man. That's why he's doing this. But what I'm saying is that he's not doing it in the right context.
He's absolutely entitled to his own views. And you're perfectly right if he has expressed it. But he shouldn't express it as a diplomat or an ambassador. It's just not right.
Because, and also he's not doing his job because this guy is trying to be diplomatic. Once the president is his boss, Ramaphosa has put him there to smooth things over with the U.S. Whether we agree with that or not, that's his job. He basically disobeyed that order, not that order, but he went against that value to stand out in public and to insult MAGA. And my thing at the end of the day, what did he gain? Did he gain money in his bank?
No,
did he free South Africa? Did he make South Africa's economy better?
So to me, it's in any way. He just
it's a waste of time. What are your thoughts on that?
Because
you asked the question, side. So what do you think?
Like I quite agree with everything that we are saying because I really don't understand you holding an ambassadorial position and you representing South Africa in America making such statements. What, as in, you can make that statement in your own personal capacity, probably when you are home or you are not on.
Or when you resign.
You are saying this in a think tank. Like is that okay? What is he expecting that the Trump administration should just overlook it or something? Or like I don't understand. You are having that thought of Democrat, and you know what Democrats are doing to his government.
What the U.S. did.
So it's not like him giving all these Democrats some talking points. Now Democrats and all these legacy media, they'll be like,
let me tell you something.
African, you know what?
And here's what Rubio can say. He can say, okay, Rubio can even say that maybe what you're saying is true. But in this position, for you to talk like this to us, no normal human being, if you talk to them like that, will still do business with you. So he has to go.
Definitely.
He has to go. If you're staying in the U.S. and you insult the U.S. president and you're an ambassador, that means you're not an ambassador. Like I said, it means you're an activist. That's it. What do you think, Afolabi? Yeah.
I quite agree with you. And Rubio's action is professional in the sense that as a Secretary of State, he has to take that hardline decision of asking him to go. He can't be in the middle because if he's in the middle, he's not doing his work. So he has taken the right decision by asking Rubio to go. If in the future,
and they'll send somebody new. They'll send somebody new who doesn't do that type of job. Who doesn't say that.
Exactly, and that is why I agree with you by saying, what does he gain with this? Because US are about to endorse a new ambassador. A new ambassador.
Oh yeah, the US, and not only that, the US is they're going to bring a new ambassador to South Africa who's right wing. Have you heard that?
Even Ramaphosa now too is cozying up with Trump. So
he's conservative. The new ambassador.
But you're going on about the conservative.
The new ambassador is going to be conservative, and he's not going to stand for anything that Ibrahim Rasool stands for. He's going to be pro-Israeli.
The ambassador for the U.S. is going to be in South Africa. Yes. So what this guy has done is he's actually made the U.S. double down on his antagonism on South Africa.
Exactly.
He's basically exposed South Africa to more problems with the U.S.
More problems. He's made things difficult for South Africa.
Okay, let's wait. So what were you saying before, Saeed? There was a point you were making.
Yeah, I was just trying to say that now that the president of South Africa now is now cozying up to Trump, who will now be the losing party? Of course, he will be the one. She lost already.
Some crazy shit.
At some point, of course, because there is no way South Africa will go into trade war with America, or even want to be on the bad side of America. Definitely, I don't think he actually.
Nobody wants to see that.
That's why I asked the question that he made that statement before or after election.
No, he made it after. He made it after, and
I think probably he's tired of his job or something.
You know what the worst part is?
Guess what, Saeed? Guess what? Right now, South Africa cannot afford being at loggerheads with the United States on trade. They have to.
That's what I'm saying now. They cannot.
They cannot afford it, at least for now.
They cannot.
And also, can I say something?
The amount of aid that America is sending to South Africa. Do you know how many millions of dollars?
Apart from the aid, Saeed, they're one of America's largest trade partners. They can ill afford any bad relationship with them right now. The guy just made things very difficult for South Africa.
Yeah, but I think it'll be okay because he's gone. That's one of the main things. He's gone so that we don't have to really worry about that.
They're going to put someone else there that's going to do their bidding and won't talk rubbish, basically.
Who knows? Democrats might find him.
But what I was going to say was he's very inconsistent also. He's very inconsistent because when Biden was killing children in Israel, in Palestine for Israel, he didn't say, oh, Biden and America is evil.
Yes.
He's a liberal. He listens to CNN
also.
So
my point precisely.
Yeah.
Because when Biden did worse.
That's why you keep making that statement that
South Africa.
Probably a Democrat kind of person.
Biden said he was going to put sanctions on South Africa because they're helping Russia in the war and they don't want to take sides. He never said anything. But when Trump came in, he now decided, very selective. He's using his own personal biases to determine the fate of a country. What do you think, Saeed?
Exactly. You've actually said the exact word to describe what he is doing. Because I think probably maybe he's probably friends with Democrats leadership in America.
No. I just think apart from being pro,
he has links to Obama too.
I think he doesn't like Trump.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He has to for him to make such statement. I want to believe that he has
like
connections
personally because he feels that
that's a Democrat talking point.
He hates Trump personally
because Trump has been painted as the evil guy who hates black people. And also it's cool to not like Trump. He likes Obama. Obama bombed Libya, killed Africans. Oh, Obama's okay because he's black. So he's one of these CNN people who like the Democrats and hate Trump.
Exactly. Yeah, that's the point
who is more of a serial assassin? Is it Biden or Trump?
Not even close. It's not even close. Biden.
Yes.
Even Obama too. Obama killed
and even Obama as well.
Yeah. So I don't want to hear. Thank you guys. Beautiful show.
These people, they are not seeing it that way. We are the ones who seeing it this way that you are. They are not seeing it that way at all.
Saeed, you know that there's a story about philosophy that when human beings lived in the cave, they never saw sunlight. So when they came out and saw sunlight, they were confused. They thought that the shadow was the truth. That's the same with these people. They've been listening. Their brains have been destroyed. Not just in South Africa. I'm talking about in the whole world. People are stupid, which is why one of the reasons you need to watch our show. The average human being, not just the Democrats, all of them, Republicans, they're very stupid. They don't think critically and really look at the world. Like you said.
A lot.
Biden is responsible for the death of millions, hundreds of thousands Palestinians. Continue,
Palestinians,
Said.
yes.
Yeah.
No, this statement you just made now is something that we are battling to in Nigeria too. A lot of people, a lot of Nigerians are very, very daft, self-centered,
No, they don't want to see
selfish.
the
They
light.
want
And I
millions.
don't
I'm
care
talking
if they
about
have PhD,
millions.
PhD and
So
all that.
that
They
is
want
why
me to see the light.
it's difficult
They
for us
want
to
me.
even unite. We have a lot of stupid and daft. I don't know how to, cause like
And they don't
I
want to
don't
change.
understand.
Even
That's the
if you
reason
give them
that
evidence,
like this.
if you give them evidence that shows that what they're wrong, they call it cognitive dissonance. It means when you know something is not true, but you refuse to believe that it's not true.
They will
That
still
leads to.
argue with you. These people.
Oh yeah,
They will
it's a
still argue
mental
with
illness.
you. Upon the
It's a
fact,
mental illness.
you put fact in front of them, they will still find a way to defend this person that you are even trying to help them, that you want to save them from.
It's
They're
ego. It's ego.
inherently deluded, inherent delusion.
Delusional.
That's it.
Yeah, but they choose to be like, for example, I'm a philosopher. If you guys give me some evidence, I'll change my view. I may be ashamed, but I'll change my view because
Abi,
if you're
yeah, hey now, Abi,
yeah,
there's no wrong in that. Superior
yeah, but
argument. When you hear
because
superior
philosopher
argument,
is
you calm
devoted to the
yourself
truth.
down.
We follow the truth any way it goes. Okay, thank you guys. Brilliant show. We're gonna take a break for a couple of days.